Okay, this is the help file for Excel Chapter 1, Pause and Practice Number 2. We're going to complete steps 1 through 7 in this movie, and then the second movie will do step 8 through the end. So on the left I have my instructions from my SimNet sim book, and on the right I have the file as it exists at the end of step or Pause and Practice 1.1. So I can start here at step number 2. So it's asking me to calculate the daily totals using the sum function. So the sum function is a function in Excel whose purpose is to add a group of numbers. Please only use the sum function when you are adding a group of numbers. It does not go in front of every formula that you put in there. Okay, so really think about, am I adding a group of numbers before you put sum in there. So what we're trying to do is look at daily totals. So we have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So we have this total row here, and we want to calculate what these numbers are. We don't want to hand enter those numbers, because if the numbers above change, we want it to automatically adjust. And that's one of the beauties of using formulas in Excel, is that if an underlying value that is used as part of the construction of the formula change, then the formula automatically updates. So I'm going to go ahead and put my cursor in B10, and I'm going to open up my window here for a minute. On the Home tab, so the auto sum is used so much, is it has its own key, its own button on the ribbon. So it's in two places. It's on the Home tab. Over here in Editing, do you see the funny looking E? That's the sigma, and sigma means summation. So that would be your sum key. The other place would be in Formulas and right there. So either place, you're looking for that sigma sign. So we're going to just click on that, and Excel's going to say, okay, hey, you want to do a sum function, and here's some numbers that are right next to where the answer is. Here's where they're at. So it marks them with those running ants, and you evaluate, hey, is that what I want to add? Well, I want to get Monday's totals, so those are all of Monday's values, so absolutely that's what I want to do. So I'm going to come right up here and do a check mark, and it enters it. And so if I was to look at a calculator and type those in, that would be the number. I can validate it because it's right here. Now I have to get Tuesday, Wednesday, I have to get the rest of the week, right? Well, I don't want to have to repeat that action. So what I can use is this data fill handle to drag my formula across. So I move to the little data fill handle. There is the crosshairs with no arrowheads. Click, hold, have a little faith, just keep going all the way across, let go, and that formula is copied and it's adjusted for the current column. Okay, it's kind of like magic, but it works. So awesome. So now we have a total of each day's revenue. Now the other thing we might want to do is get a total for each category. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go to J5, and I just want to stop and talk for a minute. If I was doing this for real, you would not want to leave this space. But what this assignment is going to show us is if we make a mistake like that and correct it, Excel will adjust accordingly. It'll keep it correct. So understand that we're putting this in J in error because we're going to go back and fix it. Okay, but in the future, when you're working, you really want to just keep your data tucked next to each other. So we're in J5, and we're going to do that auto sum. So I find my sigma, and Excel says, okay, here's some numbers, B5 through I5. Ooh, I don't want I5. There's nothing in I5. So I need to adjust this selection. Excel tried, but it didn't do it correctly. So here's how you adjust it. Well, there's a lot of different ways, but this is the way I do it. I come back to the beginning, and I'm not on an edge. I'm right there in the middle where it's that American Red Cross kind of a look. Click, hold, and redefine the cells that you want. So B5 through H5, which is room and cabin rentals from Monday through Sunday. And that is what you want. So you don't want to leave that blank in there, because then if something, you just don't want to do it. It's not correct. So we're going to hit this check mark. It's going to keep my cursor, my active cell, right there where the formula is. And then I'm going to, because I need to go all the way down, right? So I'm going to go all the way down. So I go to my data fill handle, bottom right-hand corner, get the crosshairs with no arrowheads, click, hold, and drag it down to 10, let go. So now I have, for each category, I have a total, and then I've got a grand total of all of the week's totals, of the day's totals, sorry. But it's in the wrong spot, all right? So we want to think back to one of the techniques we used in the first pause and practice. I need to cut this from here and paste it here, but I know I can just go to this little, right? Before I move it, I want you to look. So look, this is B5 through H5, right? They're all B through H. So watch what happens. I'm going to go to this edge, click, hold, and drag it one to the left. It's still B5 through H5, right? Excel knows I don't need to change it because you're still, even though it's closer, it's still the same cells. So we were able to then just copy that across. The only thing we have left to do is put the word total in there. I'm going to take a second and I'm going to save that. That's the end of step 7. So picking up on step 8, we kind of have all of our numbers here, but they don't look very pretty. They're not very readable. When you have numbers that are over 1,000, you really want to put that comma in there, and it's just pretty blah. So we're going to start looking at some formatting techniques for this, but this is the end of actually putting the data in. So I'm going to go ahead and stop. We'll pick up the next movie starting at step number 8. Thank you.